wish that I could just wish away my feelings, but I can't.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand,
Hurts my feelings.
haunted by fake sand in my very soul. Sand, are you suffering as much as I am?
Sand hurts my feelings.
Tormenting me, I'm in agony.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand.
Hello, and welcome to The Sand Hurts My Feelings, a Star Wars podcast from a Swiftie point of view. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm your other host, Sarah. And today is our episode where we are looking at Taylor Swift's album Evermore and its connections to Princess Leia. Before we dive into that, though, Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. We had an awesome day today. We found some amazing... We hit the jackpot when it comes to Star Wars thrifting, so...
Yes, my mom, who knows we are huge Star Wars fans, sent me an address saying that was basically like a Star Wars estate sale, and that was more or less the truth of it. Selling a huge collection of Star Wars items along with some Marvel and DC items and
just gaming as well.
some
Yeah,
gaming.
game stuff.
It was so cool to look through that collection and to be able to take some of it home so they knew that it was going to a good home, and then we could also contribute to that effort.
Yeah, lots of things. Got a lot of things from Galaxy's Edge, which was really cool. Like that's stuff you don't usually think you're gonna get in an estate sale or whatever. But yeah, no, lots of stuff. So he was an avid Star Wars fan, and obviously went to Galaxy's Edge a couple times, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
So I'd say, what was your favorite thing we got today? We'll probably put some pictures up on Instagram, but...
Honestly, one of the things that drew me in to say that, Alex, we need to go to this estate sale was the canvas wall art that we got of the Millennium Falcon being chased by some TIE fighters. Like, that was one of the things that was pictured as an advertisement for the estate sale, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. I was kind of surprised because we went the second day of the sale that it was still there. So I think that's my favorite find. What about you?
That's tough for me because there's so many cool things. I would probably say my favorite thing, I think, or the Force working in mysterious ways, is we bought some Imperial credits, and we got them for like half price of what they would normally go for, and I was literally looking for those like the other day. And I was just like, I'm interested. I want to see what it would cost through eBay or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I want these. And then we found them for really cheap. So
no, and they're. I was surprised the heft of those. Yeah, they're serious paperweights.
Yeah, like they're actually like full metal. So it's because like I'd looked at some 3D printed ones and stuff like that. And
sure,
like,
which might have looked cool.
Right, well, they would look cool, but they're not going to feel the same.
True.
But yeah, so I would say is the Force is with us.
Yeah. So yeah, we had that really great sale, so our collection is even bigger. And yeah, like Alex said, we'll post a few of those out on our Instagram of our finds. I'm still riding high from our panel that we did at Twin Cities Con.
Yes.
We had a panel at Twin Cities Con where we overviewed our season here with Leia and kind of hit some highlights, and we did a little trivia, and we met other Star Wars fans and Swifties and had really good conversations.
Yes, we think we might have made a new fan. Hello, it's Kaylee. We know you. Oh man, she's got
did she just email?
She just emailed a day ago, and she's got her whole list.
Yes, good girl.
Man, so we'll probably do that for the next episode because we got a lot of talking. Oh, and she goes into the full. Okay, so she's probably going to be with us. So I will release her Evermore.
Share her Evermore pick
because she has all. She went all the way through. Just so.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
We love it, Kaylee.
Okay. So yeah, I'm still riding high from Twin Cities Con. That was so much fun.
That was again awesome, and we've got she's being awesome, and she has a couple. Yeah, she says I couldn't pick one for some of them, so I decided to just let you in on all my thoughts.
Oh, perfect.
So it's great. It's great. It's gonna be great. We will sprinkle in these throughout the rest of our season, and then we will probably even just have like a hey guys, we're going to talk about all of her previous picks and what we think about them.
A bit of a mailbag, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a mailbag there, which we finally can actually do. Ah! So thank you very much. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I agree. We met a lot of people. Actually, people actually came. I was surprised.
Yeah, Alex was like, it's just gonna be our friends that we like told we were doing, and then they're like, I'll come, and Alex is like, don't come.
I didn't want, because I'm like, they're not into Star Wars or Taylor Swift as much as we are, and so I'm just like, don't come if you're not gonna have fun. Like, I don't. Like, there's certain things where I'm like, yes, it's nice to be obligated to, like, come and be like, oh, I'm giving a big talk and, like, I need your support or whatever.
Like, I want a friendly face.
I want a friendly face, that kind of thing. But I'm just like, it's a Star Wars Taylor Swift panel. Like, they're not, a lot of it's going to go over their head because we go too deep on things that they're not as paying attention to.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it. Like, I'm like, I don't dislike their support or anything. It's just like, I want you guys to have fun, and there's other things at this con that you might enjoy more than our panel.
No, but yeah, there was more than just our friends in the crowd, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that was really cool. And again, we were amazed that we even got to have the panel, and so then a bunch of people showed up, and we got to see some other cool panels. We saw Ian McDermott.
Yeah, a Q&A with him.
Yep, posted some pictures and videos of him. Maybe not on... I don't think we posted his on our Instagram. I think I posted it on the Feeling the Force Instagram.
Yeah, so check out our sister.
Check out the sister podcast to see his video and some pictures from con and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, we're still riding high.
Yeah, those two good Star Wars things in a month. It's a good month, and then we're less than a month away from the start of Skeleton Crew.
Yes.
Which is going to be really exciting.
I don't know if you realize this. I learned this because people were talking, because I was paying attention to the trailer itself. In the most recent trailer, the song Major Tom is playing, it's in Huttese.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like, I didn't pay attention to it because
oh my gosh, that'd be so cool.
There's only a few lyrics of it at the end.
Sure.
But I'm like, I did not realize that, and I want like a full cover of this. Like,
absolutely.
I want this to come out. And
absolutely. It's a great song.
Yeah.
And then to have it in Huttese.
Huttese was great. And we're like, yes, I didn't realize I wanted like Star Wars Huttese covers of actual songs, but it's great. Love it.
No, I'll have to rewatch that trailer.
Yeah. No, I know I'm more excited about that one, I think, than Sarah. I think Sarah's interested, but I'm like, I'm actually actively excited because I love the Goonies kind of concept, and I've been really impressed with Star Wars TV recently. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited.
Yes. It is good. But right now we're gonna talk some Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And our first experiences with Evermore.
Yes. This came in a trying time.
Yep.
During the pandemic. And
end of 2020.
End of 2020. So right in the pandemic, middle of it, and I would say it was a complete shock because she just dropped it. Like, this is one. Folklore, she gave a little bit of timing of like, hey guys, I've been working on something that's coming out. And this one, she was literally like, hey guys, midnight coming. And like, it was just a drop. And so I will say this album really sits with me. It has a number of my deeper songs that like, it's like, they're not ones that I can listen to all the time, but they're ones that like, I think she's gone the lyrically deepest on some of her songs. For instance, I really, really enjoy Marjorie, and that hits a chord with me of thinking about I remember distinctly cleaning my basement, listening to it, and thinking about my grandparents and my grandfather, and then Tolerate It is another really, really good one that I really enjoy. Mm-hmm. And then there are the just good, the amazing fun one of No Body, No Crime. That's just great. We love that song so much.
Whenever it comes up in the car, it's like we max out the speaker and jam. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
So those are, and like, I mean, and I enjoy the whole album too. Like Willow, I enjoy Evermore, but like it's those three that kind of really connect with me on that album.
Nice.
How about you?
I remember being absolutely shocked when you're like, Sarah Taylor's dropping an album at midnight.
Right, that's because this is still back when I was giving you information. Because you find stuff now.
Yeah, I'm tapped more into Taylor news now, but at the time, everything was filtered through Alex.
Through Alex and be like, Sarah, this is happening. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I remember that surprise, and then listening to it and being like, yeah, this is a folk album. I mean, in a lot of ways, she returns to her country roots in this album, and I'm like, I like every song on this album. And I remember you being surprised by that, and even me being a little surprised by that.
Yes, because I know there's been some distinctions of like, you have been like, I like Taylor, but there's been absolute songs where you're like not a fan on every album. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you were just like, this one, you're like, I like everything.
Yeah, I like every song.
Yeah.
And to me, I find it kind of funny because, so, I love the album when it came out, and then for some reason it didn't get put into my phone with all of my other music. And so, like, I rediscovered Evermore. Like, I forgot it existed after a little while.
Yep.
And so then I got to, I mean, it was months that I went without listening to an Evermore song. And because of just like, I mean, again, there was the pandemic and that kind of stuff was happening. Yeah, when you don't have it in your rotation of the music you listen to, you just like forget it's there. And like, I thought I had everything. I thought, because I had taken all of Taylor's music and put it on my phone, or at least I thought I had, and I just missed an album. And so, yeah, then I got to a few months later. It was actually probably like half a year later, like rediscovered the album. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this slaps so much, and I connect with it so much. And I think of the two, I like Evermore more than Folklore. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's beautiful songs on both, but I mean, if I was forced to pick one of the two,
it's Sophie's choice, but yes,
right? I would pick Evermore.
Sounds great. All right, want me to go first? Yeah, I'll go first.
Are you sad?
I am sad.
Okay, so your pick for Leia.
My pick for Leia. Sorry, everybody. But my pick is Happiness. Which is kind of funny. But
yeah.
Because the song is called Happiness, but it is a very sad song.
He did that on purpose.
Exactly. And so I would say this song is Leia processing the fall of Ben and like the processing that like Han left. And yeah. And so like, and how she and Han both process differently. So yeah, and they're both too proud to come back together and say that they're sorry until like Han is forced to. And then when they finally get back together, they both realized of like, oh, we care about each other. Why have we been apart for so long? Mm-hmm. So to start that off, the lyric that kind of tricked it up is to set that up is, I can't make it go away by making you a villain. I guess it's the price I pay for 7 years in heaven. Mm-hmm. So again, not the exact dates, but that kind of like and similar to what Han says in the movie of like, I know you hate me when you see his face, and she's like, no, I don't hate you, and like she can't because she loves him,
right? And
yeah, and so she's I believe there was happiness and there could have been between them, but Han was killed before it could happen too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is that like I think they were on the path to rekindle, mm-hmm. and I think they had rekindled, and that got taken away from them.
Yep.
And then I have next lyric is, and I pulled your body into mine every night. Now I get fake niceties. No one teaches you what to do when a good man hurts you, and you know you hurt him too. And so to me, that's him leaving, them being apart from each other. And mm-hmm. So she's like, yep, he hurt me by leaving, but I'm sure I also like gave him signals of like, I'm going to focus on my work. I'm not interested mm-hmm. right now, that mm-hmm. kind of thing. So she gave off signals. Whether she intended them to be read the way he did happened. And so, yeah, she feels the distance, the loneliness, the distance, and doesn't know how to come back together. They both hurt each other, and how they processed Ben's betrayal.
Yep.
Then next lyrics I have, honey, when I'm above the trees, I see it for what it is, but now my eyes leak acid rain on the pillow where you used to lay your head. And so, yeah, she misses him. She wants him back, but again, not knowing how to do that. She realizes she wants Han, but doesn't want to go get him. She does not realize that Han blames himself and is not around so that he doesn't cause her pain. So again, yeah, they're not communicating well. And so he's like, nope, I know you see him and me, so that's why I'm leaving. And she didn't want that, but didn't realize that's how he saw it.
Right.
Yep. And then more lyrics. I go through basically the whole song here, so sorry, everybody. All you want from me now is the green light of forgiveness. You haven't met the new me, and I think she'll give you that. So, like, that's the ending. That's Han coming back because Rey forces him to. But when he faces her, he wants the forgiveness from Leia, but doesn't expect it because he's just like, yep, I know you hate me.
Right, yeah.
And she's like, she surprises him with like, no, I'm not even mad. Like, we can finally rebuild this. We can love each other and hug, and like we can be a couple and love each other again. And she's like, yeah, you haven't met the new me. Like, I'll give you that. I'll forgive you for leaving. And yeah. So then we go into chorus. There'll be happiness after you, but there was happiness because of you too. Both of these things can be true. There is happiness in our history. Across our great divide, there is a glorious sunrise, dappled with the flickers of light from the dress I wore at midnight. Leave it all behind, oh, leave it all behind, leave it all behind, and there is happiness. And so to me, this was Leia processing Han's death at the hands of her son, and that she will always love Han, and is heartbroken at both his death and the chance of rekindling their relationship. But she does know that, like, she will have happiness after him, but there was happiness with him. And she will eventually join him when she joins the Force. Yeah, sorry, everybody.
It's a nice pick, and I can definitely see some moments in The Force Awakens that speak directly to that. And I mean, you brought those up.
Yeah, that was exactly where I had that. Yeah.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Thank you. Do you want to take a small break and have Kaylee?
We have
her Evermore.
Yeah. What is our listener's pick?
Okay, so for Evermore, she says I picked 2 songs.
Okay.
So I picked Gold Rush for Han. I don't like anticipating my face in a red flush. I don't like that anyone would die to feel your touch. Everybody wants you. Everybody wonders what it would be like to love you. Is her coming to terms with her feelings for him. What must it be like to grow up that beautiful with your hair falling into place like dominoes? Is her realizing how attractive he actually is to her. Yeah. Love this. At dinner parties, I call you out on your contrarian stuff. He's contrarian. He fights back. He's always fighting back against Leia. Yeah, which is very Han. And she'd be the one to call him out on it. And then her second pick is Coney Island.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is representative of her losing Ben.
Oh no!
You brought us. You were so happy.
I love the happy one and the sad one. Yeah, you get both. You get both. Yes.
All the flowers. If I can't relate to you anymore, then who am I related to?
Oh.
Her saying, "You aren't in the light anymore. How can I relate?" She doesn't want to admit that she's really lost her son. Yep. And if this is the long haul, how'd we get here so soon? She expected to be in his life until she died, but they get to the end of it so soon. Did I close my fist around something delicate? Did I shatter you? I think this is her blaming herself for him turning to the dark side. She's saying, is it my fault for sending you away? Oh, man, you are hitting all the right notes here, Kaylee. And I'm sitting on a bench in Coney Island wondering, where did my baby go? literally.
Yep.
The fast times, the bright lights, the merry-go. Sorry for not making you my centerfold. She's wondering what happened. She's apologizing for not giving him the attention he might have needed from her growing up. The question pounds my head. What's a lifetime of achievement if I push you to the edge?
Oh my gosh, Taylor is such a Star Wars fan.
Wow.
This is so perfect.
Yeah. I imagine she's thinking, I've done all these things. I'm a general. I've defeated the Empire. But what does it all matter if I wasn't a good mother to my own son? Did I paint your blue skies the darkest gray a universe away? She's wondering if sending him to train with Luke is what went wrong.
Right.
She's again thinking it's her fault for painting his skies gray by leaving him. And when I got into the accident, the sight of that flashed before me was your face. The accident is probably her on her deathbed, I assume, but she was thinking of her son in those last few moments, which she absolutely was doing. Yeah.
That one's better than mine.
I mean, it's better than mine,
Yeah.
I think. Like that was a great pick. Fantastic.
I love both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder you
double
couldn't
pick,
decide.
Yeah.
So I think you get them because you can have one for the original trilogy and one for the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
Love it.
10 out of 10. Oh my gosh. So yeah, listeners, if you have thoughts and ideas like that and want to share, we would absolutely love to hear them.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I have to follow that up.
Yep.
Okay. So that's why you wanted to go first.
It is.
Okay. So I went in yet another direction. So we've touched on different parts of Leia's life. Because we've had some of the sequel trilogy, we had a little bit of the original trilogy referenced in Gold Rush. Mine's yet another one. So my pick for Evermore is Marjorie. And in that, I pulled quite a bit from Claudia Gray's book, Leia, Princess of Alderaan. So we have a adolescent Leia in this view.
Okay.
So to me, like the main lines in the song Marjorie are, never be so kind, you forget to be clever. Never be so clever, you forget to be kind. Mm-hmm. And then also you have, never be so polite, you forget your power. Never wield such power, you forget to be polite. And to me, like that forms the basis of the song, but it also is to me the lessons that the Organas would have passed down to Leia. Like, this is how you be a princess of Alderaan. This is how you be a good leader. So the song is about packaging up dreams and passing them all down to the next generation. And so that the Organas are passing the dreams and the legacy of ruling on Alderaan, of peace and justice and overthrowing the Empire, down to Leia as well. And I like that these lessons also even apply a little bit to what Obi-Wan teaches her and the little snippets that they get together in the Kenobi series. Because he talks a little bit about like how her mother was and how her father was and like how brave and smart she is. And so to me that kind of reinforces that. And then it all comes back at the end because, as Taylor says in the song, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were talking to me now. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were still around. What died didn't stay dead. What died didn't stay dead. You're alive in my head. And that goes to the last words that Luke tells her is no one's ever really gone. And that they're always living within her and the lessons that she's learned and they've passed down and the values live within her. So I kind of talked about those parts of the song, but the other lyrics that drive this home for me, the autumn chill that wakes me up, you loved the amber skies so much, long limbs and frozen swims, you'd always go past where our feet could touch, and I complained the whole way there, the car ride back and up the stairs. So as Leia was growing up on Alderaan and in the novel by Claudia Gray, she does things she doesn't want to do. She's like, I don't want this royal obligation. Like, I don't want to have to, like, be nice at this cocktail party. Like, I want to do these other things. But her parents, force her to do those things because of the duty, the obligation, and trying to teach her those things. And then Taylor Swift's song continues on. I should have asked you questions. I should have asked you how to be. Asked you to write it down for me. Should have kept every grocery store receipt because every scrap of you would be taken from me. Watched as you signed your name, Marjorie. So, I mean, everything, her whole planet was destroyed. Everything was
literally taken from her, and in a way that she could have never imagined. Because I'm sure she might have thought about her parents dying, that Brea and Bail Organa passing, and like that mantle going to her, but not the complete destruction of everything she knew.
Yeah, not even like she would get the mantle, but she'd still get the place to be it.
Right, and the
have
others
memories
that,
and
yeah.
Yep.
And the one line, the last line that I'll share from the song that is for why I picked it, also to me goes even further. So it's all your closets of backlogged dreams and how you left them all to me. I mean, yes, I think that applies to the Organas, but I think that also applies to Padme, because Padme, in her last days as a senator, tried to form the rebellion. She tried to start up, preserving democracy. And that's not a mantle that Leia probably didn't even know about and is carrying forward, of fighting the Empire and fighting the oppression and fighting for people who can't fight. And that was Padme's fight from day one. And so it's like, because Padme's life was cut short, I feel that without Leia realizing, it gets passed on to her and is carried forward there.
Except Padme didn't do those things because they were taken from her, because they are not in the movies. They're on the cutting room floor. I hate it. So I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm like, that didn't happen. It's dumb, but it didn't happen. Okay.
It happened. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they talk about it in the novelization. So if it's in the novelization, it counts.
No, it doesn't. The novelization is so not... Like, everyone talks about how amazing the novelization is, but it makes a lot of things takes a lot of things in a very different direction.
It's true. There are some pretty different parts to it. I don't care. And it's just that one line that connects it to Padme. But yeah, it's like the legacy of being a Princess of Alderaan.
Sure. Awesome. Good pick.
Thanks. Still not as good as
Coney
Island or Gold Rush.
Coney Island is fantastic.
Yeah.
That I did not... Yeah, that was just a fantastic pick.
That's such a good pick.
So...
But we'd love to hear what you think, listeners.
Yes, so please send us an email, as Kaylee did, or you can contact us through Instagram threads. We are actually now on Blue Sky, the Blue Sky app. Unfortunately, our name is too long, so we're actually Sandy Feelings on Blue Sky. So on Blue Sky, you can find us as Sandy Feelings. You can find us on Instagram as the Sand Hurts My Feelings Pod, both on Instagram and Instagram and Threads. You can email us at thesandhurtsmyfeelingspod@gmail.com, and you can also find us on Facebook as the Sand Hurts My Feelings Podcast. Find us anywhere on podcasting networks. Share us. Tell your friends they like Taylor Swift and Star Wars. Yeah, and if you have thoughts on Midnights, you can share the head. That's going to be our next album that we cover. And you can send us either an email or anything like that, communication, or you can use the hashtag LeiaTSMidnights on Instagram. Yeah. And I'll find it. But yeah, it's been an eventful week, fun, and we get to close it out with depressing Evermore. But again, that's how Evermore was. It's what we needed at the time.
Well, I was going to say, to me, it's like, there's positive songs on the albums, but it's like, as Taylor matures and has more life experience, it's like they hit in such nuanced ways. And I mean, so that's even true of her happy songs.
Right.
So, yeah.
So no, we had awesome time, and we're continuing having an awesome time talking about all this stuff. So again, we're processing and seeing things in whole new lights. So well done, everybody, and thank you for doing this with me, Sarah. And
tis my pleasure.
So we'll be finishing off Leia by the end of the year, but then we get to start Padme.
Oh yes,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
they're teasing season 2.
No, like I can't wait, because I mean I love Leia, but Padme's my girl.
Yep, it's gonna be a lot of chatting. It's gonna be an interesting, because I go meta with Padme.
Yeah, we've stayed pretty in universe.
We
stayed
all interviews for Leia. I go meta with Padme.
Beautiful.
So
beautiful. All right. I was gonna say, well, let's log off so we can like hurry up and make that other one happen.
Yes. All right. Well, as always, everybody, may the force be with you.
Forever and always.
May the force be with you.
Forever and always.